Welcome, everybody. CTA Board of Directors, Mrs. Patton, Ms. Powinski, Mrs. Matson, administration and faculty, graduates of the class of 2021, family and friends. Welcome to the 23rd annual commencement for Creative Technologies Academy. My name is Kate Belkowski, and I am the CTA Elementary Principal. I would like to begin by introducing the Board of Directors who are present this evening. Board members, please stand as I introduce you. Mrs. Cynthia Patton, Mr. Terry Treeman, Mr. Anthony D'Amico, and Mr. Randolph Austin. Thank you for joining us. This evening presents an opportunity to honor our class of 2021. Please help us celebrate that with a big round of applause. This evening also presents an opportunity to pay tribute to our parents and families of our graduates. Your support for the last 18 years has provided encouragement, guidance, discipline, and character development. We are grateful for that support, and I know our graduates are grateful too. So let's give a round of applause to all of those family members here in the stands and those cheering them on from home, because you graduates would not be here if it were not for them.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Tom Wilcox. I'm the secondary principal at CTA. I would just like to say it has been an honor serving as a secondary principal at CTA. I came here in January, so I've only been here a few months. In fact, I don't know most of the seniors, just those that have been in person, and it's a great place to be. It feels like home to me, and I want to thank those of you who I know that have made that transition for me personally very good. So thank you on my personal behalf. Today, we graduate a student who has attended CTA for their entire elementary and secondary school career, kindergarten through 12th grade. We are pleased to honor this student with a special certificate. Derek Bennett. Come on up. Now we're going to present the Senior Scholarship Awards. CTA awards scholarships annually to seniors who are continuing their education at a college, university, or trade school and have excelled in fulfilling Academy's mission. I would like to introduce Tricia Fuchs, our CTA high school teacher, who will present our Character Award, Academic Achievement Award, and our Leadership Award.
Shorter. The first scholarship goes to a senior who's excelled in character. What does it mean to have character? When researching this, I found many definitions of character, but all included a person who embodies trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, empathy, and citizenship. Here at CTA, we have been blessed to have so many students who embodied all these characteristics, and narrowing down one person is difficult each year. The young woman chosen for this award has consistently demonstrated all these qualities. She is calm in the face of adversity and always strives to do her best work. She has been a guide for her graduating class and underclassmen alike. She is kind and respectful to each individual she encounters. She's passionate about her interests. I've seen her quietly help students when she sees them struggling and encourage them when needed. I believe that her mother stated it best. I'm inspired by your work, dedication to your education and work, and you just hold yourself to a higher standard than I've ever held myself to, and it is quite an inspiration. Please join me in a round of applause as we honor our 2021 CTA Character Award winner, Grace Hugerheid. Our next scholarship goes to a senior who has excelled in scholarship and academic achievement. This young woman has always gone above and beyond in her pursuit of academic excellence. She started advanced math as an 8th grader, taking Algebra 1 with the high schoolers. As a freshman, she challenged herself right away by taking college courses. At CTA, this exemplary young lady graduates as National Honor Society President and valedictorian. At KCTC, she has won state competitions for her field. Today, she graduates with a high school diploma and an associate's degree in pre-computer information systems from GRCC. With this, she plans on going to the Navy to be part of the cryptologic technician interpretive, in which she will be collecting and analyzing foreign communications. Please join me in a round of applause as we honor our 2021 CTA Scholarship and Academic Achievement winner, Willow Sidlauskas. The next scholarship goes to a senior who has excelled in leadership. This young woman has always been a positive force that people will rally around. Time and time again, her optimism and work ethic positively influence others around her. I have personally seen her influence in the classroom and on the basketball court, as I know my colleagues have. She approaches challenges and conflict with poise and a respectful demeanor beyond her years. Please join me in a round of applause as we honor our 2021 CTA Leadership Award winner, Ruby Tompkins. Please welcome Justin Harding, our CTA Athletic Director, as he presents the CTA Athletic Awards.
Our Fine Arts Scholarship goes to a female and male senior athlete who's excelled in athletics. Our first award goes to a young lady that has represented CTA and showed what athletics is all about. She has played basketball for 4 years and soccer for 1. She came to CTA with very little athletic experience. She decided to try out for the basketball team for her freshman year and spent the year getting acclimated to the sport. It was her hard work and ethic that earned her a starting position the next year. By her senior year, she was selected all-conference team and was the captain, helping others learn the sport and leading the way with her skill and her attitude. She embodied the CTA way on and off the court. She always had a positive attitude, gave 100%, and did whatever was necessary for the team. Please join me in a round of applause to honor Ruby Tompkins as our 2021 Female Athlete Award winner. Our second award goes to a young man that has had to overcome many obstacles throughout his years at CTA. He has played basketball for 5 years and ran cross country for 1. He's also the team captain and was voted all-conference. He brought so much passion into every game, especially if he got a block. He defined what a CTA student athlete should be, and always being respectful and caring about his teammates, his coaches, and his family. Many opposing coaches had talked very highly of him and how he could play at such a high level of competition with physical limitations. He will be missed on the court and in the classroom. Please join me in a round of applause as we honor John Wartz as our 2021 Male Athlete Award winner. Please welcome CTA Principal Tom Wilcox, who will present our medals for our valedictorian and salutatorian.
I am pleased to introduce to you our salutatorian and valedictorian for 2021. Both of these seniors have excelled academically throughout their high school years. I am pleased to present medals for these achievements. Our 2021 CTA salutatorian is Grace Hugerheide. Grace has a 3.77 GPA, which ranks her second in the graduating class. Please welcome Grace to the stage.
Hello everyone, my name is Grace Hugerheide, and it's my privilege to welcome our parents, faculty, family, and friends here tonight. We are thankful for your support for our class of 2021, and thank you for being here tonight. We have all worked hard to get to this point and deserve to celebrate and be proud of ourselves. It can be hard to imagine what our future holds as time progresses, but I have no doubts that every graduate here will be successful in life. I encourage all of you to pursue what is most important to you and where you feel that you can make a difference. COVID-19 robbed us of a normal senior year. Some of us never made it back to class and continued virtually, but either way, we had dedicated CTA teachers helping us make it. Our parents may be more excited than we are, and we appreciate all you do for us. We never had that last first day of senior year where we were all together, but we learned to adapt and thrive thanks to your support. We did it. We graduated, and we have learned many things, most of which is that you can't keep the class of 2021 down. Some of us may go directly to work or an apprenticeship. Some of us may go to college or travel around the world. We will never forget our wonderful CTA experiences, and we will make you proud that all of you helped us on our way. On behalf of my classmates and myself, thank you.
Thank you, Grace. And now for the valedictorian award. Our 2021 CTA valedictorian is Willow Sidlauskas. Willow has a 4.09 GPA, which ranks her first in the graduating class. Please welcome Willow to the stage.
Hello, everybody. Ms. Patton, CTA Board of Directors, Ms. Puinski, Superintendent Ms. Matson, administration and faculty, graduates of the class of 2021, family and friends. It is an honor to be part of this celebration, the 23rd graduating ceremony at Creative Technologies Academy. Thank you for coming together today to celebrate us, as we have worked very hard to be here today, despite the many obstacles that have stood in our way. Our class's resilience during these trials reminds me of a quote from Shane Koizan's poem, Shoulders, which I will read to you now because I have the talking stick. We are facing crisis. The most alarming part of the statement, we are facing crisis, isn't the word crisis, it's the word we, because those two letters take the responsibility away from one and rest it squarely on the shoulders of everybody. His crisis is our pandemic, and it is our unwavering shoulders that this burden has rested on. When researching how to write a captivating valedictorian speech, the first recommendation said, whatever you do, do not talk about Webster's dictionary, about how it's a cliche, and how you should talk about anything else. The Oxford Dictionary defines resilience as the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties, a certain toughness. I promised myself I wouldn't use my whole speech to talk about how COVID-19 stripped us of our senior year and a proper high school experience, so I figured a better way to appreciate my class is through the observation of our growth during these times of adversity. Our ability to adapt in a world cut up and torn down by a virus no one could have predicted will be our greatest advantage in life. It may sound like I'm grasping at straws to find a silver lining in all of this, but when, if not now, will we recognize that this chaos has made us stronger, has made us invincible to what may lie ahead? We should not be scared of the future because we can honestly look ahead and ask, what could be worse than this? As a wise woman in my life once said, it is our perseverance through this time of uncertainty that will continue to carry us for years to come. We will always be able to look back and see our collective strength when so many conditions fell out of our control. But we can't credit this resilience to anything except the ongoing support from teachers, coaches, mentors, friends, and family members who have helped us get where we are today. I would like to especially thank the teachers and staff members who have all saved us from the common perils of the public education system. It is too easy to slip through the cracks in a school that pushes out 500 graduates a year, where the main concern is the quantity of graduates over the quality of their education. I am astonished to say that despite the HE double hockey sticks that we give these teachers, they will still see to it that each and every one of us is given the best education and experience that they can provide. While at times it may have felt like they were Big Brother watching over our every move, telling us what to do and where to be, they have always had our best interests at heart. I would go so far as to say that CTA's close-knit community can be equated to that of family, and it is certainly my second family. I can confidently admit that I would not be here today in this cap and gown. I'm not going to cry, I promise. Dressed in these accolades and graduating at all, without the unwavering support from the teachers and staff, a few of which quite literally held my hand all the way to this stage tonight, believing in me way more than I could ever believe in myself. In fact, just earlier today, these astonishing individuals helped me put pen to paper, or fingers to keyboard, to write this very speech. So if you find yourself inspired by any of these words, or even enjoy it a little bit, you have them to thank, not me. I am glad to be done with school, but I'm tremendously sad to let go of the mentors whose words of wisdom I will carry with me throughout everything I do in life. And I would like to take a moment to properly thank the mentors and individuals who are not here to celebrate with us today, but have been in CTA's history, such as Jeremy Holtrup, oh my goodness, Todd Bomar, Samantha Liscombe, and Ashton Peerboom. If in some way you are seeing this, just know that the impact you have made on me and perhaps other members of my graduating class was significant enough to not only make it in this very prestigious speech, but also make it a permanent home in my heart. As I look at the other 16 members of my graduating class, I can say without a doubt that I will never forget the memories we made and the time we spent together. While I might not have any specific anecdotes that will apply to everyone as a whole or will sum up our 4 years in high school, I can remember a few moments that might take me down memory lane. Some of which include the sticky spider that found its permanent home in a glass frame in, I believe, in Miss Bangma's office. The Bon Sayava song we performed for almost every middle school choir concert, and then again at the 8th grade graduation. I guess we really liked that song. Something about a drink the juice, don't run over the butter quote. Did I get that one right? Okay. And many more. It's not about the events I can recall, but instead, maybe the real treasure was the friends we made along the way. And to all the underclassmen, know this. The last 13 years of school, classes, sports, friendships, standardized tests, and yes, even the homework, was worth it. To be standing here in this moment celebrating how far we've come. Appreciate the time you have left and take every opportunity that comes your way, especially the opportunities that will change someone or something for the better. I talk about the tremendous impact that the teachers and faculty had on us, but I want you to strive to be that for someone else. Pay it forward. Be the change you want to see in the world. Ms. Patton, CTA Board of Directors, Ms. Pewinski, Superintendent Ms. Matson, Administration and faculty, graduates of the class of 2021, family and friends, thank you.
Good evening. It is an honor and a privilege to welcome our commencement speaker tonight, Miss Jamie Pawinski. Ms. Pawinski has spent the past 23 years teaching and coaching the game of basketball in multiple capacities. 21 of those years have been spent in the college coaching ranks, including stops at Lake Superior State University for 12 seasons. 3 of them she had the privilege of coaching me. Saginaw Valley State University for 8 seasons, Michigan State University for 1 season, and Northwood University for 1 season. Her work with these women's basketball programs has resulted in 8 trips to the NCAA tournament, 7 conference championships, and numerous All-American and All-Conference players that she has coached. Stepping away from college coaching in 2019, Ms. Pawinski was never far from teaching the game. She landed as the Director of Player Development and Curriculum for the Michigan Mystics AAU Club and trained athletes of all ages, focusing on developing athletes in grades 5th through 10th. A Director of Summer Sessions for PCG Basketball, Pawinski is a student of the game, focusing on leadership, culture, and skill development. Being a director with PGC is all about creating an all-around athlete, and that is the focus for Jamie. After COVID sidelined all events for 2020, Pawinski began speaking to athletes, teams, and coaches on mindset. As an independent health coach, her mission is to help others create personal goals, build confidence, and strive to be their best self. A Rochester native, Pawinski's playing days were spent at Oakland University and Saginaw Valley State University. At Saginaw Valley, Pawinski set the record for a single season 3-point field goal percentage of 43.6%. That's pretty good. Saginaw had 20 wins and 7 losses during her senior season. During her 3 seasons at Oakland, the Pioneers were 90 wins, 27 losses, making 3 trips to the NCAA tournament, including a trip to the Elite 8 during her freshman season. Pawinski attended Rochester Adams High School and was a member of many successful athletic teams. Her high school career accumulated in a 71 wins, 4 losses record, and many school records that still stand today. Pawinski graduated from Saginaw Valley in 1999 with a bachelor's degree in business and received her master's in business administration from Lake Superior State in 2002. Please join me in a round of applause and welcome Ms. Jamie Pawinski to the podium.
Oh my gosh, who was that person you were talking about? Crazy. All right, I'm gonna take it back further to when I was in 6th grade. In 6th grade, I had a presentation on the state of North Dakota. I know, exciting. I had a poster board next to me. It was my turn to go. I crushed that poster board. I mean, state of North Dakota, imports, exports, cities, rivers, you name it, it was on that poster board. I can't tell you anything about it right now. But in 6th grade, I was locked in and ready. However, when I began to speak, no words came out, tears came down my face. And as I'm standing there afraid to speak, I'm now getting more embarrassed, more nervous, and I want out of that situation as fast as I can. The fact that I even remember that will be surprising to Miss Matson, because she tells me all the time, hey, remember when you were coaching me and this happened? And I'm like, no, I have no idea. Do you remember when you said? And I'm like, nope, no clue. But the way I felt in 6th grade, being that scared, has stuck with me my entire life. I made many decisions from that point because of that fear. I chose a career path away from teaching because I was never gonna stand up in front of people and talk. That was not gonna happen. That wasn't my path. I decided that in college, if I could skip a public speaking class, I would do it. If there was a class that had a lot of presentations, I would not take it. Almost to the point that if I couldn't graduate, that would have been okay. I wasn't taking that class. It's a story I told myself over and over and over. I am not a speaker. I cannot speak. I will not speak. I will not be good at it. But yet I stand here today, not only to celebrate you guys on ending this current journey chapter of your life that you've been on, and to inspire and push you and propel you forward into your next journey, but to celebrate the fact that I have changed the world of that sixth grader, and that we can all change the world of one at any time. And so I want you to turn to somebody next to you, all of you up there as well, and tell somebody next to you, you are a world changer. Let's hear it. Let's go. Tell them. Unless you can say it, you will not believe it. Now, I don't believe world changers were given anything more special than anybody else. They're not innately more skilled. I do believe they're more consistent, they're more intentional, they have better habits, and they take bigger actions. They run towards their fears to overcome them. They have a growth mindset, and they develop and recognize their own unique skills. But how do they do this? How do world changers do this? Well, initially, they're going to do the exact opposite of what I did. In sixth grade, when I was scared, I ran, I hid, I avoided anything I could to get away from that fear. I know right now you guys could think of some fears, and I want you to actually do that. Fear of missing out, fear of being wrong, fear of being left behind, fear of success, fear of failure, fear of speaking. You could go on and on and on. Take a second and think about your fears. And as you think about these fears, I want you to think about what would happen if you ran after these fears and you knocked on some doors and you still got some no's. What would your reaction be? And I heard this one time and it resonated with me, and somebody said, if you knew the number of no's you would have to get in order to hear your yes, you would run to those no's. If I knew in sixth grade, if I only had to speak 15 or 16 times and quote unquote fail at that speech before I would become a great speaker, I'd have ran to every one of those speeches and attacked that fear. But in life, we don't know that number, and so we sit back and we hide and we avoid. But just on the other side of that fear is everything you've ever wanted. That fear is the thing that world changers get curious about. Why am I afraid of that? What is it about that fear that actually scares me? And when you become somebody who evaluates and thinks about those situations, you start to overcome that fear. World changers have a growth mindset. They don't even see the no as failure. They see the no as an opportunity to improve. And so they evaluate the path they took to get that no. They evaluate the doors they're knocking on. They think about their preparation and what is propelling them to that fear. And as they do that, they start to feel satisfaction in getting the no, because it never was about the outcome. It was always about the journey. It was always about finding joy and being a little bit better than we were the day before, than we were the time before we tried to speak. And so when we think about running to those doors, I want you to think about the journey you've been on. Not all those doors are going to be fun. Not all those doors are going to be ones we want to relive. both speakers just talked about COVID in the year you guys had. If you haven't learned anything in this past year, then I would say we're probably doing it all wrong. Because as much as we missed out on certain things, I'm going to be honest that I'm a little jealous of you guys right now. Because you learned lessons at 17 and 18, the rest of us learned at a much older age. You have learned things and handled this situation probably better than majority of the adults that I know. The adults are so stuck on where we were before that they want that back. That they sit in this cycle of failure, frustration, and wondering why we can't have that. In every group that I speak to of your age is moving forward. They have overcome it. You have learned how to learn in a different way. You have really had a chance to dissect what is in you, what is important, and what you need. I didn't really pay attention to that or learn that until 3 or 4 years ago. I was 41. You already have a massive head start. You should celebrate that and celebrate everything you learned during this year of COVID, even though you missed out on some things. There's a farmer in Africa, okay, a farmer in Africa who's working his land. He's very trying to earn his money off of this land, but it's rocky, it's dilapidated, it's just really difficult. He's not making the money that he wants to make. But he sees all these other farmers making easy money on diamonds. And he starts to think to himself, gosh, maybe I should go in search of diamonds. Maybe that's what I need to be doing. So he sells his farm, and he goes in search of diamonds. A couple years later, he hasn't found them. He's out of time. He's out of resources. He's out of money. He doesn't know what to do. But the farmer he sold his land to is walking around the property, and he finds this big rock. And this rock, he has no idea what it is. He's never seen it before. And so he takes it to get looked at. And the guy says, do you know what you have? And he's like, I have no idea. That's why I brought it to you. He goes, you have a diamond in the rough. Not only a diamond in the rough, the largest diamond I've ever seen. The farmer, of course, is overjoyed. He sprints back home to his land. He starts looking around his land, and he realizes he's got these all over the place. Now that he knows what they look like, he's finding them everywhere. But not only is he finding all these diamonds, he realizes he's sitting on the largest diamond mine in Africa. But the majority of us are like that first farmer. We think the grass is greener somewhere else. We don't pay attention to what we have when we have it because we're so focused elsewhere. And as we are focused elsewhere, we're thinking, if only I had what they have. If only I had a better job, more money, a bigger community, a bigger school, a smaller school, something more close-knit. And you can go on, if only, if only, if only. If only I was valedictorian, if only I had put this work in, if only I. And we never pause to really see what we actually have. To really understand that we have everything we need to be successful. That all of us contain, deep inside of us, our diamonds in the rough. And we only need to take stock and evaluate what that is. We are all given unique abilities. I can't do what you guys can do. You guys can't do what all they can do. We were given our abilities for a reason. Because if you're going to be a world changer, this world needs you to stand up, stand out, and embrace your unique abilities. This world needs you as you are. It doesn't matter what field you go into. It doesn't matter what your past was. It doesn't matter that you guys went through COVID in the year you went through it. You were given the abilities you were given, and a world changer is going to take the time to cultivate those skills. Because when you embrace who you are and you embrace your skills, you're going to inspire minimum one person. And when you inspire that person and you stand up and you become different, the world is going to take notice. That's a difficult concept when we spend so much time trying to fit in. But in 2021, you have access to more information than anybody's ever had access to. And you'll hear people say, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. And what they're really trying to say is you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Think about that for a second. And this is really important, so I'm going to say it again. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And so if you have big dreams and high hopes and big aspirations, and you're hanging around people who do not, it will be very difficult for you to reach those goals, those dreams, those aspirations. You will be able to serve them for a time. You will be able to lift them for a time. But in 2021, with the amount of information you're able to gather, you have the ability to study and reach for the best of the best. No matter what your field is, you can study the best people and expedite your ability, your journey to success, because you're able to learn from them who have made all the mistakes. If you are not feeding your mind, feeding your body, feeding your soul with the ultimate amount of information that you are willing to grow and learn from, you're going to slow your path. And so as a world changer who's going to stand up, who's going to attack their fears, who's going to have a growth mindset, learning to enjoy the journey, you're going to inspire the people next to you. When you inspire one, they will inspire one. They will embrace their unique abilities, and all of a sudden, the world is being changed. I am proud of every graduate, even though I don't know you, because I understand the difficulty it has been. But I hope that this is the most difficult thing you guys go through in your life, because you've already made it through. Because you're already moving on to the next chapter of your journey. You already understand what persistence, perseverance, and being able to adapt means. You already are inspiring others. You already know how to change the world to one. And today, we celebrate you. So congratulations on getting this far. I hope you inspire somebody else the way you've inspired your staff, the way you've inspired your family, and you're able to continue to move into the next chapter of your journey at the highest level of success, and are really excited to do that. Thank you for your time. Congratulations.
Wow. That was very inspiring. Thank you. I have goosebumps. I'm ready to play, Coach. Put me in, Coach. Okay. It's that time, folks. Okay. think I'm out of order here, but we know what the next process is we're going to hand out the diplomas. So at this time, we have the first row. Stand up, please. And when I call your name, you're going to come across the stage and receive your diploma. Mackenzie Grace Alverson. Derek James Edward Bennett. Ethan Daniel Campbell. Benjamin Matthew Goodhue. Nash Allen Hawley. Grace Marie Hugerheid. Nathan Lauren Hutchins. Stephen L. Hutchins. Jeff A. Merrick, Jr. Carson J. McSorley. Kevin E. Miner. Desiree M. Parker. Willow Jane Sidlauskas. Ruby Star Tompkins. Audrey R. Van Dyke. Tori Lynn Weirda. John W. Wirtz. Will the graduates please stand and face the audience? Mrs. Patton, Mrs. Madsen, members of the Board of Directors. The following members of the class of 2021 have completed all requirements for graduation as outlined by the State of Michigan and Creative Technologies Academy. I recommend them for the appropriate diploma from Creative Technologies Academy. I am pleased to present to you the CTA class of 2021. Graduates, you can now turn your tassels. Let's give them a round of applause. Graduates, you can now be seated, and I I welcome Mrs. Mattson for closing remarks.
All right. Hello, for those of you I have not met, my name is Autumn Mattson, and I am the Creative Technologies Academy Superintendent. This past year, having the opportunity to serve as your superintendent has been one of the most challenging and yet rewarding experiences that I've had over the past 20 years as an educator. As I look out on this crowd, I have to say I've just never been more proud of a group of people in my life. Every person who's here tonight has played an important role in getting us to this moment where we stand here and celebrate the class of 2021. To the CTA families, I want to thank you for all that you have done to support our graduates, not just this year, but over the course of their education. I also want to thank you for the support that you have given to our CTA staff and to the CTA community. I was reminded several times this year, the partnership that we have with you is unique and special, and it's what makes being a part of CTA something that I do not take for granted. To our CTA staff, I did promise I wouldn't cry. You guys just continue to inspire all of us to do what's right for kids. I've just never seen a group of educators work so hard, so purposeful, with such passion around how to educate our students, how to inspire them, and how to just take care of them. Because we all know that they are worth it, and they are the world changers that they are destined to be. To our CTA graduates, we are so proud of you. We know that you've missed out on many things this year. It has been hard and it hasn't always been fair. But I also know because of that perseverance that you are going to continue to make CTA proud. And we know that you will go change the world. And we know that you will use your talents to make this world a better place. And graduates, even though you're officially done here at CTA, I want to challenge you that being a CTA world changer does not stop today. You now have the privilege of being a CTA alumni, and you will always be part of our CTA family. I wish you the best of luck with your next steps, and I want to remind you that we will always be here for you. I also want to remind you to be brave and always be you. I want all of you to have a wonderful night, and thank you again for the opportunity to serve all of you. Graduates, would you please rise? And on the count of 3, we're going to throw those caps up in the air and get this party started. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo! All right, I'm going to let you find your cap. Faculty and staff, would you please rise? We are going to exit the stadium tonight playing the class of 2021 school, or their class song, Take Me Home, Country Roads by John Denver. Tori, will you lead us out? Thank you.
Life is older than the tree, golden as a mountain, blowing like a breeze. Country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road. All my memories gather round her, honest lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eyes, country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. hear